This is not financial advice on Manu. Manu is the cash tag for a token on the Ethereum network that takes its meme from a dog that's gone viral on both TikTok and Instagram and also has a YouTube channel. I found out about this project from one of my CTO members, Port, on the X platform. He has been posting about this, I guess, since it was below $10 million in its market capitalization. And I believe that the biggest thesis around this project is that it is a viral Shiba Inu on multiple platforms. Here, their platforms are listed. It's got the Manu dog has 3 million followers on Instagram, almost 5 million followers on TikTok, and their YouTube channel is almost at 12 million followers. So a developer has launched an asset to capitalize on the attention and virility of this dog. And there's been some overlap from early SHIB investors now kind of joining into this project, as the float is fractional like SHIB was, 1 quadrillion tokens. So they've recreated some of the magic that made SHIB what it was by having this excessively high float, and had some early SHIB investors who have started to propagate the meme and the message of Manu. Now, whether the development team does the decentralized financed ecosystem associated with SHIB, that remains to be seen. That's one of the things that drew me into cryptocurrency, was that SHIB was a deflationary meme draft ecosystem. However, who knows what the intent or the goal sets are for the Manu development team. After recording this video, the market capitalization was around $19 million, highly volatile, obviously, and it's reached an all-time high of $26 million on the Ethereum network. So it's a pretty impressive amount of volatility going on. There was over $5 million in volume when I took this screen grab of the market capitalization on DEX tools. Here's a screen capture of their holder count. It's just over 7,000 holders. So it's a pretty impressive holder count to market cap ratio for a project like this. Remember, this is just a meme token. So the money or the meme represents the community, no more, no less. Like I said, if the developers decide to create more case use around the token, they do have the SHIB model to build around. It just depends on what the developers' goal sets are, how long they intend to develop this asset. Here's a screen capture of their X platform. It's got 5,700 people engaging the project on the X platform. It's a pretty healthy amount of engagement. The obvious high engagement levels are on the X, or rather on TikTok and on the Instagram, as well as YouTube. So I don't know if this project is directly related to the owner of Manu the dog. I'm assuming at some point in time the developer will reach out and have some communication with the owner and see if they want to partner up. Here's their Telegram channel, over 2,000 people engaging the Telegram channel, which is a pretty impressive amount of engagement. Telegram is an excellent way to communicate directly from the developers to your holders and or people interested in your project. So I expect to see this Telegram channel I expect it to scale pretty appropriately. Now, here is their Instagram account. And I believe this is just the Instagram account of Manu the dog. However, when you're on DEX tools, they link to this. So they're obviously propagating the meme and the message of this dog, even though I don't know if the developer is directly related or associated with the owner. Here's the TikTok account for Manu. And like I said, the fact that they have this super viral dog gives this project theoretically a really long runway, as I'm assuming this dog is going to have at least another 10 years of life, and assume that more and more people will come to affiliate and associate with the branding of Manu. So it's going to be interesting to watch. Let me tell you about myself. My name is James Duryea III, aka the TH3 Crypto Kid on the X platform. I have a coffee company called High Volume Coffee Company. And if you're enjoying this video and you'd like to support me or my channel, please go to my X platform, click the link in my bio, and buy a bag of coffee if you can. It really means the world to me to have your support And you're not just supporting me as an individual or my company, you're also supporting a community on the Ethereum network as we take a portion of our profits and spot buy and burn the token supply that I'm the community takeover lead developer of. So I want to say thank you for any and all support you show to the High Volume Coffee Company brand. What Manu could continue to do if it scales at this rate is, in theory, very similar to what we saw SHIB and Floki. All the dogs on Ethereum have had some type of success. And, there's two Neros on Ethereum. There's no shortages of communities on chain. And here's, this is the screen recording of their website where they talk about some of the SHIB influencers that have come into the project, talking about the supply. Like I said, the fact that the supply is really super fractional means that it could have a really long runway. One of my biggest complaints is that most of the floats coming out aren't that fractional. So to have a really fractional float like this, I think could be very helpful for people to get onboarded onto the Manu. As people's perception of a meme token is generally that they expect to be able to buy lots of tokens for a relatively little amount of money. And I think you're going to see that in the Manu project. This is a picture of the actual dog itself, and it's a super cute Shiba Inu puppy with unique coloring. And whether or not the market finds this to be the asset that sends or not, it remains to be determined. The fact that you have a lot of early SHIB investors or people who are associated and affiliated with the project gives, I'd say, the average consumer a certain amount of comfort because they know that there's people who are associated and affiliated long term in the space. Like I said, whether Manu continues to scale at this impressive pace or not, or will retrace in dust, is kind of largely determined on the public as perception forms reality. The more people agree that this is the next Shiba Inu to scale on Ethereum, the more that becomes a reality. And that so much of cryptocurrency is just that, a self-fulfilling prophecy, where the more people believe and buy in, and then the more people believe and buy in, then eventually it becomes this inevitable force on the chain. So it'll be interesting to watch what the Manu project does, assuming that the community continues to scale and grow effectively. I'm going to start to wrap the video up here. I want to say thank you for your time, and thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, share it, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Not Financial Advice 003 on YouTube. More videos about cryptocurrency are coming soon. As for now, this has been Not Financial Advice on Manu.